Good morning. This is your gourmet cave woman back again. So, today I am going to put together a raw soup. It will be a cream of carrot soup, and the ingredients are quite interesting that I'm going to use. So, I'm just going to show everything to you individually. So, this is juice I made a couple of days ago with my wonderful Omega juicer. So when you use a cold press juicer, you can keep it in the fridge up to 72 hours, even a little longer, and it's not going to oxidize and deteriorate in its nutritional value. So carrot juice, and I had been juicing some beets, so that's why the carrot juice looks a little red. Here's some beet juice. Then this is cilantro and parsley and lemon juice. And then here is my all-time favorite turmeric, lemon juice, and ginger. I'm going to be adding a avocado to give it that nice creamy texture. And of course, my all-time favorite young Thai coconut meat. I like to use this in all my raw soups. And today I don't have any raw coconut water, so I'm going to use coconut milk, or you can use water, whatever you have handy. But my preference is coconut water. Then I'm going to use some miso. That gives it a really nice flavor. Olive oil. And I'm also going to make some cucumber juice. Now, this raw soup is very liver friendly, which is what most of my juices are, because for me, the liver is probably one of the most important organs in the body. It does all the detoxifying of all the toxins in your system. And if you don't have a well functioning liver, you're really setting yourself up for all kinds of health issues. So on the end of the soup now, I'm going to top it with my all-time favorite organic coconut milk kefir. Then you can sprinkle some seaweed or ground flaxseed or ground chia seeds. I'm also going to, I had some apple and pear left. I'm going to cut them up really fine in my little handy Cuisinart, and I can use that as a topping. And here is my lemon. So I'll be back with you in a moment as I put all of this together. So I've just finished juicing half a cucumber and a small lemon. So I've got that already, and as you can see, the Omega juicer brings out a really, really dry pulp. So you're getting every morsel of that juice, very valuable. Especially when you're buying organic, you really want to have a good juicer so that you can get the most out of your produce. And I've got my young Thai coconut meat in my Cuisinart. Now, the reason I'm using a Cuisinart, which is really just a make-do situation, because our Vitamix has gone back to Vitamix to get it repaired. It was a minor thing. So I have to just make do with this. I haven't really tried making a raw soup in this, but I'm quite sure it's going to work out just fine. Now, the other thing is a raw soup like this compared to eating a cooked soup, which I'm not saying you shouldn't eat cooked soup, but when you're eating a raw soup, you're giving your body these essential enzymes that you really need in order to stay youthful and have energy, and you're feeding yourselves with living foods. I'm not against cooked foods. I eat cooked foods, but I do try to incorporate a lot of raw foods into my daily diet through raw soups and juices. And of course, we eat a lot of salads and stuff. And it's not that don't eat meat. I have a lot of fish, and I do eat a little bit of chicken once in a while as a treat, a ribeye grass-fed steak. So my diet is really geared more towards a vegetarian type diet, but I am not against eating animal protein. I do, and I do think you need a balance of your food. So I'm going to get back to you in a minute. Oh, I wanted to show you what I did with the leftover apple and pear, which I'm going to also put on the topping of the soup. It just gives the soup a little bit of a crunch. And you can be just creative, and that is really the most important thing when you're doing these type of dishes, blending, juicing, whatever you're doing. And so I just encourage you to add these things to your current dietary program. You don't have to become, just so dramatic and, get too fanatical about it. You need to find a nice balance. So I'll be back with you in a moment. Okay, I'm back. So I've got a lot of the ingredients in to my Cuisinart blender here. So I'm just going to try and whip this all up, and I'll be back with you in a moment to see how this has worked out, and then we'll complete the soup, and I'll check back with you in a second. Okay, I'm back, and of course, this is definitely not as efficient as if you use a Vitamix. But sometimes you just have to make do with what you have and still get a reasonably decent product at the end. So I think the soup will still work out pretty well. So now I'm going to get back to you in a minute after I put in the last things, which is my yellow, very mild miso, my avocado, my olive oil, and my coconut milk kefir. So I'll be back with you in a minute. Okay, so I'm back with the finished product. So here is my cream of carrot soup. Now, I have to say that considering our Vitamix is out for repairs, my Cuisinart actually didn't do a bad job. I just had to blend it much longer. So as you can see, I got quite a nice amount. And so here's my bowl of soup ready to eat. I don't have any seaweed to sprinkle over it or any ground flaxseed, but I have put in the very finely chopped apple and pear with a blob of my most all-time favorite product. Unfortunately, I only brought one jar with me, and I can't get it here in Connecticut. I'll have to see if I can find a nice substitute. And the flavor, when you add mellow white miso, gluten-free, organic, it really picks up the flavor. You don't need to add salt. I mean, unless you want to add other spices or, whatever you prefer. But with the ginger and turmeric and the lemon juice and the miso, it just really gives it a lovely, nice flavor. And I think you would really enjoy this. Now, the other thing I just wanted to mention is that over the years, my big influences and teachers have been Anne Wigmore, the late Anne Wigmore, Jay Cordich, the late Jay Cordich, and Norman Walker, the late Norman Walker. All of these wonderful gurus who were pioneers in the raw food movement. I mean, there were many others, Carlson Wade, and I could, give you a long list of people that were Professor Arnold Ehret. He was one of the early pioneers in the 30s to bring the raw food movement to the United States. So I've been influenced by all of these people. I did do a course with Anne Wigmore, and so I'm a certified living food therapist. I don't know what you want to call me, teacher, whatever. So I do have, a fair amount of knowledge about living foods, and I am a big believer in living foods. But, for most people, it's very difficult for them to switch and become fanatical about it. So I prefer to promote a very balanced living food, cooked food program for people, and it has to be personalized. You have to really take into consideration what foods are comfortable for people. I mean, it's not just a straightforward everything's, one suits all. It doesn't work like that. So thank you very much for supporting my channel. Please press the like button. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And please press the subscribe button. I'm going to be preparing a potassium broth with some wonderful vegetables, and also a chicken broth made from backs and necks and wings and chicken feet. And it's always wonderful to have that in your refrigerator to go along with whatever dishes you're making, or to drink a cup or two a day. It's all of these things that I'm introducing you to are very alkalizing, because most of us are very acidic and we have joint pains and we feel inflamed. And these various dishes that I'm introducing you to on my channel are designed to cleanse the liver and to bring you back into a well-balanced pH balance. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back with you in a day or two. Have a great day. Thank you.